when I make my work. Like floaters, I thought about how radical that would be if we were to focus our attention on lived experience as a form of subject matter, and how much that would influence the future generation of artists and people to look at leisure and Black leisure as a form of radicalness or revolutionary, because we're showing that regardless of all the things that's happening to Black people around the world,
absolutely,
we still find time to connect with each other. And that if we were constantly in this place of battle, we really couldn't exist. Like, we would need time to like replenish our love and faith and
reset.
Joy, reset, you know.
Yeah.
My work kind of comes from when I'm around, we're all hanging out and we're in a pool or we're having a party. And
because
I'm like,
we're elite, it's like
we work hard. And I'm like, when I look around at the party and I see all these people at the party like laughing and talking, I said, we should make art about this. This is what art should be made about. We should show this to the world. The world needs to see that we're in this space, we're all laughing, having a good time, and people should see that this is something that is a norm.
Derrick and I go way back. We've known each other since Pratt, and I think for me, on a professional, but also more importantly on a personal level, just I think from the first moment I met Derrick, it's been one of those,
it's like,
one of those just,
where have you been? Like, there's a whole space missing from artists, and primarily, you know, Black artists and artists of color, where a lot of the work was being made was not necessarily about lived experience. It was about issues dealing with oppressive structures and things that are mostly structured around academic conversations. You can be a person who engage in leisure and engage in family and engage in things that are celebratory, but also be just as interested and engaged in political structure. This is one component. There's many components that make up a complex human being. For me, as an artist, I want to make sure that this idea of Black radical imagination can still prosper. And I think that showing work like Buoyant, like, you know, the floaters and Became the Party and Plan is even more significant and more important now, because with so many things happening in society to Black people, it's important for them to see that regardless of all these things that has happened to us, that are happening to us, we're still prospering and we're still thriving, we're still surviving, and we're still joined by our family and friends, and we have time where we can actually reflect or do nothing at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing nothing at all sometimes.
But it's just like, and
you know, it's okay.
What I love about that series so much is the freedom, Black joy.
Yeah.
Talk about Black radical aesthetic. It's Black joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're capturing overall the Black essence of Black joy that most people don't necessarily witness.
And, and even Black people sometimes don't give themselves that freedom of just doing nothing, or thinking about doing nothing as something that is radical in itself.
And the floaters, just laying it, when you see it, you know that moment,
right?
You know that
moment.
We've been there.
Exactly.
You know, just like on the float, looking up at the sky, or just like in the air, and just like the breeze, whatever, the smell, whether there's a barbecue, whatever it may be, but just like that sense,
that feeling.
Like, to me, that's the magic of those pieces, and I think that's why people respond to it, because they know that.
This exhibition kind of gonna bring that together. Like, I've never shown the floaters and the museum space together. I've never had the opportunity to present this idea with these works all coupled, to actually emphasize what it means to have these bodies in a space, floating in this joyous position, and have people come and encounter that, you know, as an audience.
Because you've done them and they've always been out there, but not collectively in one place.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be great. By the water, the museum is by the water, which is great. So people can come out of the museum looking at the works, and then walk outside and see like the space around the work, which I think will definitely impact the experience. It is about like letting people in and letting people to have this relationship with the work, but also seeing themselves in it.
Yeah.
You know, although the subject is not always the person who's looking at the work, you can see the intention of trying to bring people from outside in to the exhibition, and for them to have this experience that extends beyond just what's on the walls. I think about this exhibition at the museum as being very it's going to be like a beacon. It's going to be like something echoing out and bringing people in.